Every day, millions of people use a $500 note without giving it a second thought. But have you ever wondered what it actually takes to make one? This isn't just paper with ink printed on it. It's the result of advanced engineering, precision manufacturing, and multiple layers of security designed to stop counterfeiters. Today, we're following the entire journey of India's $500 note, from raw materials to the currency in your pocket. By the end of this video, you'll never see a $500 note the same way again. Let's get started. The first thing that surprises most people is that a currency note is not made from paper, not regular paper anyway. The 500 rupee note is printed on a substrate made primarily from cotton fiber, typically a blend of 100% cotton or cotton mixed with a small percentage of linen. Cotton-based currency paper is fundamentally different from the wood pulp paper used in notebooks and printing. It's significantly stronger, more durable, resistant to moisture, and can survive being washed, folded repeatedly, and handled by hundreds of people without falling apart. Regular paper would disintegrate within weeks under the same conditions. The cotton substrate also has a distinctive feel, that slightly rough, firm texture you notice when you run a fresh note between your fingers, which is itself one of the first security indicators that tells you a note is genuine. This specialized currency paper is produced under extremely strict conditions and supplied to the printing press under tight security protocols. The paper itself, before a single drop of ink touches it, already contains embedded security features that can't be added later. With the substrate prepared and its embedded security features in place, the note moves into the printing process, and this is where the complexity really escalates. Currency printing uses multiple different printing techniques layered on top of each other, each one adding different elements to the finished note. The background design, that soft lavender and stone gray color pattern on the 500 rupee note, gets printed first using offset lithography, the same basic technique used in high-quality commercial printing, but executed with far greater precision and using inks that are specifically formulated for currency. The offset printing lays down the fine background patterns, the architectural motifs, and the color gradient that gives the note its overall appearance. Then comes intaglio printing, and this is the technique that gives Indian currency notes their most recognizable physical characteristic. Intaglio uses engraved metal plates. The design is cut into the plate rather than raised on it, and the plates are loaded with thick, specially formulated ink. The paper gets pressed against the plate under enormous pressure, forcing it into the recessed engraved lines and pulling up the ink in a way that leaves slightly raised ink deposits on the surface of the note. Run your finger across the portrait of Gandhi on a genuine 500 rupee note, and you can feel that slight texture. That's intaglio printing. The numerals, the portrait, the Reserve Bank of India seal, the governor's signature, all of these elements are printed in intaglio. This raised ink effect is something that standard printing equipment simply cannot replicate, which is why it's one of the primary ways to verify a genuine note by touch alone. The color-shifting ink on the numeral 500 in the bottom right corner of the note is another layer of security added during printing. This ink appears green when you look at the note straight on and shifts to blue when you tilt it. The optical effect is created by microscopic metallic flakes suspended in the ink that reflect light differently depending on the viewing angle. Matching this effect requires extremely specialized ink formulation that is tightly controlled and not commercially available. Microprinting is also applied during this stage, tiny text that is invisible to the naked eye, but becomes readable under magnification, embedded within design elements on the note. Counterfeiters who try to photograph and reproduce a note will find that their reproduction becomes a blurred smudge at the scale where genuine microprinting is crisp and clear. After printing, the notes go through a numbering process where each note receives its unique serial number. That combination of letters and numbers printed in two places on every 500 rupee note. The serial numbers are printed using letterpress, and the ink used is different from the rest of the printing on the note. Each serial number is unique within the entire currency system and serves as the individual identifier for that specific note, allowing tracking and verification through the system. Quality inspection runs throughout the entire production process and is extensive. Automated inspection systems using high-resolution cameras and optical sensors scan every printed sheet, checking color accuracy, print registration, the presence and position of all security features, and the clarity of the microprinting. Any sheet where any element falls outside the specified tolerance gets rejected automatically. Human inspectors provide an additional verification layer, checking for defects that automated systems might miss. The reject rate is kept extremely low, but the standards are uncompromising. A note with any print defect does not enter circulation. After passing inspection, the printed sheets go through cutting. Currency is printed in large sheets containing multiple notes, and precision cutting equipment divides the sheets into individual notes with exact dimensions. The 500 rupee note has specific length and width measurements that are part of its specification, and the cutting has to be precise because dimensional accuracy is itself a verification characteristic. After cutting, notes are bundled into packets of 100. The packets are banded and then moved through a final verification stage before being packed into bricks of 10 packets, 1,000 notes, which are sealed, labeled, and prepared for dispatch. From the Reserve Bank of India's currency printing presses, the finished notes move into the currency distribution system, transferred to RBI regional offices, and from there to commercial banks, and eventually through ATMs and bank branches into circulation. The entire production chain, from papermaking to distribution, operates under security protocols that are among the tightest of any manufacturing operation in the country. That 500 rupee note isn't just paper, it's one of the most advanced products ever manufactured. The next time you hold one, take a closer look. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.